Before getting started with this review, I just want to say a big thank you to anyone that sent a very kind message to me these past couple days due to a family loss. It's been pretty hard on the family, but it's okay. I'm getting back in the groove of things, so that's for the late review, but I just want to say a big thank you to anyone that sent a message to me. I really appreciate it through these hard times. I love you guys for that, but let's get on to the review. The Adam Project stars Ryan Reynolds, Jennifer Gardner, Mark Ruffalo, and Zoe Saldana, and is about a time-traveling pilot teams up with his younger self and his late father to come to terms with his past while saving the future. Beginning with the positives is, of course, Shawn Levy himself. I think the direction is the biggest statement of this movie. The movie just looks good. It's honestly a movie that if I owned on 4K, I would want to watch it on a big screen possible, because the cinematographer and what Shawn Levy did, knowing a big time-traveling fantasy family action movie with Ryan Reynolds in the center of it, he knows what kind of movie he's making, and the movie succeeds in that level. Now, this movie might not be super original and stuff that you've 100% seen before, but with this movie, he knows what he's making, and with the blocking he does, with the actors and the performances, I think he does a good job, and it makes me sad that he could have done Uncharted, but it makes me happy to see him do Deadpool 3 and probably bigger projects, because he does a great job with his cast and, of course, the action scenes. I think the production design, the costume design, the look of this movie, it was very eye-pleasing. I think all the action scenes were filmed very well done with the cinematography, no shaky cam, great follow-through with action scenes and punches and big CGI moments that kind of sometimes took me out of the scenes when it comes like bigger green screen scenes, but for the most part, I think he does a good job just giving you a blockbuster movie on Netflix. Now, when it comes to the performances, it's kind of a mixed bag for me. I will say this, my biggest praise is the young actor kid who plays the young Adam. I do not know his name, but I will tell you this. He stole this movie. Hands down, was the best performance. He's the one that I haven't seen before and just felt kind of fresh and was funny in this movie and was a smart ass and just felt like a character that you really wanted to watch. And I really appreciate for a young actor to do that and just kind of steal the entire movie from everyone. Okay, so now when it comes to more, it's not a negative, but I'm just saying it because I feel like this when I'm watching it. Ryan Reynolds, I love the man. I know a lot of people love his shtick, and you know what? I don't care. I love Ryan Reynolds. He is Deadpool. Deadpool is Ryan Reynolds. Say whatever you want. But I will say this. He is Ryan Reynolds. It's another performance of Ryan Reynolds. He's good in it, but we've seen him in this performance before. Jennifer Gardner plays the mom. I feel like I've seen her in this kind of performance before. She's good in the movie, but we've seen it before. Mark Ruffalo. We've seen this performance before. He's just a nerdy scientist who plays the father, but we've seen this performance before. Zoe Saldana. We've definitely seen her play a female badass. She's good in the role, but we've seen it before. No one in this movie felt special except for the young kid. And all the actors are doing their parts, and I'm saying it in a good way. They're all good in the movie, but nothing kept me like, wow, what a performance, except for the kid. Now, when it comes to more of my negatives, besides the performances being very just standard, I think the family drama of this movie was the entirety of this movie. That, to me, was such a just impactful, more drama, more just wanting to see kind of stuff. When it comes to the sci-fi time-traveling storyline and what he's doing here and what he needs to get to and what his destination is and what the villain's trying to do, I gave zero craps on. I could not care less, and that is the integral part of this movie. I cared more about seeing Ryan Reynolds teach his younger self how to stand up to a bully, more than him driving a car through the forest, shooting at alien people, light CGI explosions. I cared about the bully situation more than that. All of the CGI, all the stuff was fun to look at. Like I said, Shawn Levy did a good job. The story never got intriguing for me throughout most of this movie. By the end of this movie, my mom was on her phone and my dad was asleep because he said the ending was a big CGI fest, which it is, and it does involve our villain, which is this villain is a cliche, forgettable villain, which we do see two parts of our villain, and the one part is the younger one, has some of the worst CGI face I've seen in a while, since Mandalorian Season 2 finale. Kind of bad if you ask me. But overall, the story never felt intriguing. And like I said, the performances were good, but no one stood out except for the kid. So I really didn't care about the characters. I more cared about the look of the movie, the production design. Heck, I care about the household dog more than Ryan Reynolds. I'm going to give the Adam Project a C-. But like I said, a lot of people are probably going to really enjoy this movie, and that's totally fine. I can see why there's great enjoyment here. For me, though, it's a movie that I probably will never watch again, and like I said, I barely don't even, care to review it, because I was like, I didn't really care. It was a movie, I watched it with my eyes, and I was like, okay, so what's for dinner now? It was that kind of movie. You watch it while eating kind of deal. Anyway, guys enjoy this review, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.